Hillbillies of Ladies says, have you ever heard of secondary cataracts? So are you talking about posterior cataracts? And hang on, I'm going to actually use ChatGPT to look up secondary cataracts. Whoops. Because I have had that, I've heard the term, but it's not actually the medical term. Okay. Yes, it's a posterior capsule opacification. It's called a PCO. They are a common complication after cataract surgery. Listen to this, people. After cataract surgery. But they're not a new cataract forming. Instead, they happen when the thin membrane, the posterior capsule that holds your new artificial lens, becomes cloudy over time. So here's an easy breakdown. What happens? When a cataract is removed, the eye's natural cloudy lens is replaced with a clear artificial lens. The back part of the original lens capsule is left in place to help hold the new lens steady. After weeks, months, or even years, lens epithelial cells left behind can start to grow and clump on the back surface of the capsule. That buildup causes hazy or blurry vision, glare or halos around lights, faded color precipitation, and a feeling that your cataract has come back. So imagine that. And because it is a buildup, I would imagine that castor oil can actually dissolve it and actually bring clarity back into that capsule where the lens is actually living. I don't have any customers that I'm aware of that have that specific diagnosis that have been using my eye products. However, the way that it's worded, and I would actually, want to do a little more research, but the way that it's worried about the epithelial cells that are left behind, those are cells that are natural to the eye system. And I imagine that those can actually be dissolved, broken up, and moved away using castor oil and DMSO. And I don't think that there would be another way to actually deal with that, because you need to have, you've got to have that sac to put the lens into so it has a place to live. You can't get rid of it, and you're not going to have another cataract surgery because it wouldn't matter anyway, because you got to keep that sac, you got to keep that capsule. But that's what I would try. And what I would recommend as far as my drops are concerned, and this is a rare pairing that I put together, but I would put together the 3070 and the 4060, because you've got to get deep into that capsule and be effective there. The 4060 you would probably use just 2 or 3 times a week. The 3070 you would use 3 times a day. And that would actually be able to get the castor oil and DMSO, which are the primary ingredients that you need to deal with breaking up those epithelial cells in the capsule. Okay. So Hillbillies of Lady, that's what I got for you on secondary cataracts. Okay. Okay, so Tracy Oliver 46, she said, okay, I meant 4060, and what does that drop for? Yeah, 4060 is really meant to be a support drop, support for 3070 and the 4NI. So 4NI is restorative and reparative in the eye system, as is the 3070, but 3070 is for the mild end of eye issues, and the 4NI is for the moderate to severe end of eye issues. Moderate, it works really well by itself. Severe, it needs a little more help, and that's where the 4060 falls in, especially when you have severe cataracts that have a deep calcification.
Main event asks, how do we fight against nanotech that infiltrate our eyes?
Na- what's nanotech?
Nano, Nano.
It's nanotech.
Yeah.